Hey, it's Wildjosh from Geek-Cetera, and I'm joined by...
I'm Kyle from Geek-Cetera.
And we're here to talk about Mandalorian Episode 7, The Reckoning. Let's get into it.
We're going to talk about geeky things! Woohoo!
Alright, Kyle, let's start by talking about what we liked about this episode. So, I'll go first. I thought it was a well-done episode. I liked how it brought in some of the characters that we met in previous episodes. I liked the action, the pacing, and some of the turn of events that went I wasn't expecting, but because I think early on in the us doing these videos, I felt like this guy that we meet, Giancarlo Esposito's character, Moff Gideon, was going to almost be an enemy of Werner Herzog's character, the client, and that they were kind of warring factions trying to vie for power as the void of the Empire is collapsing. But that's not the case. It seems like there's a hierarchy, and Moff Gideon was actually Werner Herzog's, or the client's, boss, who sent them to go get the yodeling, the child, in the first place. And so I thought that was cool. I liked, they had been hinting at it all along, but I liked that Yoda, baby Yoda, I shouldn't be calling that, Chase is gonna get mad, yodeling the child. I like how he healed the Grief Karga's arm. And what else did I like? Yeah, I guess he did almost strangle Cara Dune, which I kind of forgot. He kind of went a little dark side. But I don't think... Do you think that he's actually going dark side? Well, I'll let you get into that when you talk. What'd you like?
Do I think who was going dark side?
Yoda? Baby Yoda?
Oh, no, that was kind of funny. Maybe. I just think he's going dead. But I really liked, first off, IG-11 coming back, getting reprogrammed and fixed. Things that I don't think you thought was going to happen.
I didn't. I thought that he was done.
Yeah, so I'm happy about that. Mm-hmm. I thought we'd get a little bit more from IG-11, but maybe we will next episode, which is the season finale.
Yeah.
And I also liked that we got to see Death Troopers again. I actually, when they showed up, which if you'll remember was after they blasted everything through and it was in dire straits, they showed them. I was like, Death Troopers! Yeah. And Sarah was like, is that a good thing? Like, why do you sound like so happy?
Because they're cool.
Yeah, exactly. I'm cool. They kind of, I don't know. I want to say it was almost unpredictable. They took some turns that you didn't see coming. Not necessarily. Maybe the way they went about things, it still felt a little predictable. But it was action packed. It was the most story driven. Moved everything and connected a lot of the dots that we haven't had so far this series. So I like that too.
Yeah, I thought that was good. I thought there was some things that I thought were going to happen and they didn't. So that's where I think it was a little unpredictable. But then, when you look at it again, you go, I can see the way it rolled out.
Yeah.
So, but now what about things we didn't like? Personally, I wasn't a fan of the dragons that came and attacked the camp while they're sitting around the fire. They were not introduced prior to this episode. They just all of a sudden were there. And it didn't seem like anyone was worried about them even coming. Like, I think if you lived on a planet where that was possible, you would be a little bit more wary and cautious about just like setting up a camp in the middle of the night, like unprotected. So that was kind of like, where'd those things come out of? Like,
were they dragons?
They looked like dragons,
Could
but
they have been Minox?
I don't think Minox are that vicious.
I don't know.
I don't know for a fact, but I don't think they are, and they're smaller. I feel like I don't know that a Minox would be big enough to carry away a blurg.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'm just that was one of my guesses.
Yeah, they look different too. Like the Minox had like that sucky cup face. These things had like full on mouths and teeth and stuff like that. So yeah, so that was one of the things I wasn't a big fan of. But besides that, yeah, I liked it.
That didn't really bug me. I mean, yeah, they came out of nowhere, but in episode 4, when they're in the trash compactor, did anybody watching it for the first time think there was going to be some sea monster in there?
No, I guess not. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But I can see where you come from.
Yeah. What did you not like? Was there anything in particular that you didn't care for?
The only thing I guess I didn't really care for was, and it all had to do with Giancarlo Esposito's character and just those events, was one, when he said, hey, did you even look? Do you have the Baby Yoda?
Yeah.
And I was expecting them to have the Yoda, like have already figured everything out.
Yeah.
But how he knew that there was no Yoda and how he just went through blasting, I didn't quite get that. It seemed out of place. But then the whole chase scene with the scout troopers on the speeder bikes in Queel. First up, how was Queel not back at the ship?
Yeah, that was one of the things I kind of forgot about that I didn't really like. It seemed like he had plenty of a head start on that blurg thing to get to the ship in time.
Yeah, and
plenty of head start.
And they cut to him, and you see him. He's kind of plodding along, and then he's like, "Hey, get to the ship." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, I can race. I can get back there." Like, how important was it to him to get back to the ship before he called?
Yeah, right.
And then just the timing of it all. I know it was for suspense and everything, but it seemed off. So all those events just kind of. Care for him, but I understand why they happened the way they did.
I kind of wrote off that they knew that the baby wasn't in there because they had been monitoring their transmissions. That's what I kind of wrote it off, because when he told Quill to like hightail it to the ship, those speeder bike guys heard that transmission and they like jumped on their bikes and like went after him.
But how come they didn't already get the jump on him?
That's true. I don't know. Yeah,
that's the only thing that bugs me.
There's another thing that I think will make sense, but I want to talk about that in my theories. So,
okay.
Because I think I got this whole thing figured out. I got this down.
You heard this right here, YouTube.
Yeah, I got it all figured out. Okay. So, do you have anything else you didn't like?
No.
Okay. So let's go into our theories. This is what I think. IG-11 is bad. He's been bad since being reprogrammed. Was never good. IG-11 is the one that killed Quill. IG-11 is the one that alerted Moff Gideon when they landed that the baby was what was going on. Because if you look at that scene when Quill is going back towards the ship, the speeder bikes are still a ways, and then we see his lifeless body on the ground, like right next to the ship, and the baby's just laying there, and they swoop up and they grab it and they come back. I don't think those scout troopers killed Quill. I think IG-11 on the ship came down that ramp, killed Quill, and then the scout troopers got him. So I don't trust IG-11 at all. I think he's bad. I think he's been programmed to be bad, and I know Quill thinks that he reprogrammed him, but I think he was sent by Moff Gideon specifically, not from the guild, to go hunt down the baby in the first place, and he's still working for Moff Gideon.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I think. When I first saw it, I thought that's like, to me, that's exactly what I thought. Like, I was like, that's what happened, and I don't know.
I can buy that, because one of the things I didn't like but I didn't say was all the explanation and the montage that went into Queel getting IG-11 back, and how he got him to serve tea. Like that whole, I thought that was a lot of time to spend on that. So if your theory is true, then I can see why they would have had that in there. But also when they called out the Mandalorian and said, "Hey, how come you don't like droids?"
Yeah.
He's like, "I don't like him," and like we still didn't get an answer. So if IG-11 ends up being bad, maybe we get our answer next episode. So I like that theory. I can subscribe to that.
Okay. And one thing that was interesting is that we had been monitoring IMDb for who's cameos, and we thought we were going to get another flashback scene, and we didn't. So you can't really trust IMDb, because I think it told us that those actors, the actor and actress, were in 4 episodes, and so far they've only been in 2 episodes, and there's only 1 episode left.
Yeah.
So that's not 100% accurate. And you know what? Both times we saw that flashback was when his armor was being forged. So it seems like that flashback doesn't flash back until he's forging, or like armor is being forged, or they're in that situation for some reason.
Yeah.
So, but I think that specifically is the reason why he does not like droids, is because what happened to his family.
No, I can see that. He hasn't given a straight answer, so I feel like that should come.
They're waiting for the last episode to give a straight answer. Maybe. I don't know. Did you have any theories on anything from this?
I don't. The only one is I think Baby Yoda's gonna die. I don't know if that's a theory, a prediction. I feel very strongly that episodes 1, 4, and 6 have shown Baby Yoda in a position where a gun's being aimed at him and he doesn't get killed. So whether or not that's a specific scenario, I just think he bites it.
I can't
and the Mandalorian loses a whole fan base.
I don't know if I can deal with that. I was already pretty upset when they killed Quill. I was like, no, why? Like as a storyteller, I understand it, and I would have probably done the same exact thing, but it rips your heart out. And then to kill that cute little baby, I don't know how you do that. Being a father, that really breaks the heart. He's so cute. But anyways,
is he really a baby if he's 50 years old?
He to his species, he is.
I guess.
On the using the dark side of the Force, using the light side, I thought that was interesting. He force choked someone in the same episode that he force healed someone, and that made me think. I think he's just young and doesn't know what he's doing. Because my wife's like, "Oh, he's turning dark side." I'm like, I don't think he knows that there's a dark side and a light side. I think he just knows how to use the Force, and he's just doing whatever, like survival instinct. But is that the first time in a movie that we saw a Jedi heal like that?
Yeah.
Where touched his arm and healed it, like he went full Jesus powers on him?
Yeah, that's the first time.
Yeah, I thought so.
It would have been really nice to use in some past episodes.
Yeah, that's true. And I did think while that the scout troopers were like chasing him and Quill's running, I'm like, he's so powerful. He's already force choked. He's killed this monster. He's healed. Why doesn't he just make a force bubble around them and like,
yeah,
like force shield around them all and save them? But I guess he's not that powerful yet. He's still figuring it all out.
No, he hasn't had his Captain Marvel moment yet.
No, exactly. Yeah. I'm just a girl. Is that the song that played? And then the last thing is, I think that this is going to tie in. I think that because, and I've been saying this all along, and I've gotten getting a lot of no. But I think that because we got this on a Wednesday, that it is going to tie into the movie that's coming out tonight.
No.
You don't think there's going to be any tie-in at all? Nothing. Absolutely zero.
Other than the
I think that, well, you said the Razor Crest.
Other than the Razor Crest being in there.
I think there could be something else. I think there's something to this Wednesday, and then the movie comes out on Thursday. And I think it could be tied to Moff Gideon being maybe one of the founders of the First Order.
Okay.
I think it could. I think there was a reason that we got Mandalorian on Wednesday and we get Rise of Skywalker. Why is it Rise of Skywalker? I'm not even drinking scotch on Thursday. I think there is.
Because they don't want people to miss out.
I know that could be one of them, but I think there's a story-driven reason why. Not just we want you to have your Friday off so you can go see the movie. I mean, it would be smart. It would be smart to tie it in. It would be.
I don't see how it could. So I will buy your IG-11 theory. I don't buy this other than the Razor Crest being in it. Maybe 30 years later, maybe the Mandalorian shows up and he's one of the Resistance fighters, much like Rex. Captain Rex is retconned into episode 6.
What if it's not the Mandalorian? What if it's an ex-rebel?
Okay, so it's Cara Dune and Mando's baby.
Maybe Cara Dune is there in it.
Yeah, maybe.
As a shock trooper. I don't know. I think there's gonna be something. So it's not gonna be Quill.
This is the way. It's not gonna be Quill. No.
Definitely not. So all right, that's what I think. Do you have anything else about this episode?
I don't. I really like. I mean, I know you talked about it already, but last episode I really like
6.
Episode 6.
It was good.
I felt very strongly that if Baby Yoda wasn't in here, introduced at all, I would not even care about watching this.
Yeah.
Because I am so disinterested in the Mandalorian as a character, except last week's episode where you expected him to have killed all the other bounty hunters, and he lets them live there in jail. Like, he has a code. Like, I finally found something to like.
Yeah.
Like, really like about that character and bring me back. So, but I didn't get that in this episode.
Okay. All right. Well, there you have it. Let us know what you thought in the comments below about episode 7 of The Mandalorian. And if you like this video, be sure to throw a like on it, subscribe to our channel, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss out on any of our future content. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.
Always.